All right, guys, welcome back to the Two Brain Coaching Whiteboard Brief. Today is Tuesday, March 17th. It is St. Patty's Day. I completely forgot. I'm not wearing any green, so feel free to give me a digital pinch. My name is Josh Martin. I'm one of the co-founders here at Two Brain Coaching. And during this trying time, what I wanted to do was really try to help educate coaches on how they can provide a ton of value to their clients, while a lot of us are taking our training online and delivering coaching in a remote setting. So if you remember back from yesterday's video where I introduced this concept, what we're trying to make sure that we do is imagine that you are giving a whiteboard brief instead of to a group class, just to an audience of one. And what you really need to have your client take away is, why should I care about this workout? How is it going to get me closer to my goals? So I wanted to kind of switch up the goals of the clients that we have today. Yesterday we went through 4. Today I'm just going to take you through 3. The first one is we've got an elderly client whose goals are injury prevention and strength improvement. And then we've got actually a rehab patient, somebody who is we're trying to bridge that gap. They finished physical therapy. They're recovering from some things that affect the low back. But now they are wanting to stay moving and kind of start to return to normal. So this is somebody, we've all had this client at our gym, whether they got hurt in the gym or out of it. They went through a rehab process and they want to get back to training on a regular basis. And then lastly, I picked this one again, the veteran CrossFitter, somebody who's searching for performance, because I really want to illustrate how you can use one workout and really hit all 3 of these wildly different populations when it comes to the demographic and then the specific goals that they have. So today's workout is going to be chipper style, where we are increasing repetitions on 3 different movements throughout this piece, and we are putting a 20-minute time cap on. So we've got dumbbell snatch, box jump over, and wall balls. All right. I took a couple of notes over here. I will get to that stuff later on, but let's go ahead and get into how I would brief this for each individual client. So if I call up my elderly client and I say, "Hey, Jack, this is Josh from CrossFit for Glory. I've got your workout all ready to go. I know that your big concern right now is that we are trying to make you resilient. We want to make sure that you can be injury-free for as long as possible, while also increasing your strength." So here's the workout that you're going to be doing, all right? You're going to walk them through, and you're going to say, okay, so what I want you to focus on is just being able to move consistently. I do want to challenge you a little bit whenever we get to something like the box jump over. Now, this is where you really need to know your client well. If Jack is somebody, maybe he's in his 60s, 70s, and he can still jump up onto a box, but maybe it's not 20 or 24. Maybe we just have him jumping onto, if he's working out at home and he's got something that is maybe 6 or 8 inches high, we get him a little bit of plyometric activity. That is a massive win, especially in that elderly population where we're looking to build resilience, increase bone density, things like that. So believe it or not, plyometrics are a very good way to do that. And that's what I would explain to him. Okay, so we're gonna jump up onto something. If you've got it like something stable, like 6 to 8 inches in height, and then you're gonna get off the other side, turn around, and do that again. That's really where I want you to focus on this workout, is just to stay moving through those. And again, you're still gonna give them your normal coaching cues for all of this stuff, but then what you're gonna tell them is, look, Jack, I don't want you going past 20 minutes in this workout, because if we do that, what I know is that this is really becoming a cardio limited workout or muscular endurance limited workout for you, and I don't want that. So really focus on that box jump over. We're still using the same language. We're not trying to dumb it down for them or anything, because hey, if you jump up onto something that is higher than the ground that you're standing on, to us, that's a box jump, and you need to celebrate that win with that client. So that's how I would approach it for my elderly population. If I've got somebody that is coming back from rehab, again, ring them up on the phone. Hey Susie, I know that you just finished up your physical therapy for your low back a couple of weeks ago and we're really starting to ease back into things. So what I've done is I've programmed this workout for you to be longer in duration, because what that is ultimately going to tell you, as you know, you're somebody who's worked out with us for a long time, those longer workouts are going to limit the intensity that you can really maintain and tolerate. Right now, coming off of injury, graduating from rehab, I don't want you to think about pushing the intensity really high. You're still going to get a phenomenal workout, and we're going to work a couple of patterns. The box jump over and the wall ball, I just want you to take it steady, just something that feels comfortable for you. But my main concern is that dumbbell snatch. So in your warm-up, I really want to make sure that you are opening up your hips, getting your low back nice and loose, and play around with some lighter weights to see how that feels. Now, if you've talked to your physical therapist and they have completely cleared you, then that's great. I still want you to be very, very self-aware. If you feel like it's putting a little bit too much stress on the back and you start to feel it tighten up, even when you're going through warm-up, then maybe what we do is we go to something just from the hang position. Remember, we're not trying to knock it out of the park and blow your back up right now. We're just trying to get you back into those normal movement patterns. And guess what? If it turns out that we just can't do that pattern right now, then that is okay. What you can do instead of these dumbbell snatches then, and then you can give her a substitution. So maybe from there, it is just a good morning with nothing but maybe a PVC or a broomstick on her back. Because remember, she's working out from home. Maybe she doesn't have a really light barbell or a PVC pipe. A broomstick works just as well. So that would be the call that I make to my rehab client. And then finally, for my veteran CrossFitter, what I'm really going to challenge them to do is not just coming in under the time cap, but really start to kind of lay out what this workout is going to do to them. So I took the liberty of adding up all the repetitions here, and this is what I would talk to them about. So I would say, hey, Mark, we've got this chipper with dumbbell snatches, box jump overs, and wall balls. It's a total of 270 reps. Now, if you're to look at these movements, all of them on average take about 2 seconds per rep. So doubling that, 540 seconds, is about 9 minutes of work. Now, knowing that this is going to be a longer than normal workout, we know that you can maintain kind of that 1-to-1 work to rest ratio because we've been doing this type of work for a long time. So if I've got essentially 9 minutes of work, that allows for 9 minutes of rest. You follow what I'm saying? Oh yeah, coach, okay, that makes sense. Great. So that's 18 minutes. So we know with your fitness right now that you can definitely come in under that 18-minute cap. But I really want to challenge you here. So here's what I want you to focus on. On the dumbbell snatches, that's really an area where you can make up some great time. So I'm going to challenge you to go unbroken on all of those sets. If you do that just on those 3 rounds there, so 60 repetitions, we can cut out a big chunk of that work rest time. And so instead of saying, I know we can do it in 18 minutes, what I'm going to challenge you to do is finish just under the 16-minute mark. What do you think about that? Oh, coach, that sounds hard. Mark, I know that you can do it. Let's hit this thing, give it a great shot, and then I'm going to follow up with you right after I know you're finishing. And that would be my 3 conversations to each of those very different athletes using the same workout. I hope that helps. If you want me to take a look at your programming and do the same kind of whiteboard brief for your gym or what you're thinking for your clients, definitely share it with us. Get in touch with us, Instagram, Facebook, our website. Email me, josh@2braincoaching, and I will be happy to do the same for you guys. I hope this helps, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.